Ever wondered how something as simple as a digital badge could transform trust online? Today we're diving into the latest moves from Mason Global Enterprises LLC right out of Fairfax Station, Virginia.
And I'm especially curious about their new conceptual framework, the power of the list. We'll break down how digital engagement badges actually shape community trust and why organizations are paying close attention.
We'll cover Mason's recent organizational shifts, explore how they're using creative projects for reflection, and unpack the evolving role of governance and privacy. By the end, you'll get practical insights on digital reputation and operational resilience.
Stick with us as we look at their governance priorities, the 4-2, track musical archive, and the subtle art of building trust in online spaces. Let's jump right in.
Starting the year, Mason Global focused on internal reflection, especially between January and March. It sounds like a serious push for clarity and stabilization.
Absolutely. And what caught my attention is their emphasis on resilience frameworks. In practice, that means reinforcing the organization's ability to adapt and stay steady when things get complicated.
It's not just about surviving challenges, but actively preparing for them. Their leadership seems to be investing in structured governance and transparent operations.
That actually reminds me. System-based conflict analysis is their way of handling disagreements before they escalate. It's a proactive, rather than reactive, approach.
Let's zero in on the power of the list. This framework treats digital badges, like top fan markers, as more than just icons. They're signals of sustained participation and trust.
Right away, what fascinates me is how engagement badges become trust indicators. For example, a top fan badge isn't just recognition. It's a sign that someone is woven into the community's fabric.
And platform recognition is evolving into something that fuels research into attention systems and trust economies. It's a subtle but powerful way to measure influence.
Last week, we got stuck on the idea that digital signals might be superficial, but Mason's approach reframes them as meaningful markers of reliability and presence.
Switching gears, Mason Global's creative efforts are impressive. Their upcoming 4-2 track musical archive is scheduled for release in Q1 2027.
That's ambitious, and what stands out is the project's focus on memory, identity, and resilience. It's not just art for art's sake, it's cultural documentation woven into music.
It's a long-form expression that blends internal reflection with community storytelling. I'd be curious to see how these tracks capture the company's evolving identity.
Could you unpack how the archive fits into their broader initiatives? It seems like it's both a creative outlet and a way to reinforce organizational learning.
Something else that's evolving is Mason's approach to privacy and internal identity. They're refining structures by using professional pseudonyms for security and intellectual property protection.
I agree in part, but pseudonyms also help establish boundaries between personal and professional spheres. It's a smart move for organizations working in public-facing digital spaces.
And in a world where data breaches and identity issues are rampant, protecting operational privacy is more than just a legal requirement, it's about sustaining trust.
Funny you say that, because pseudonyms can even foster creativity. When you feel protected, it's easier to take risks and innovate.
Looking ahead, Mason Global is committed to non-adversarial engagement with local civic institutions. They're prioritizing documentation, accountability, and constructive communication.
It's refreshing to see a company focus on positive interaction rather than confrontation. Their roadmap includes expanding governance systems, creative production, and operational wellness.
That actually ties back to the trust indicators. We're seeing a holistic approach to sustainability, not just in technology, but in people and partnerships.
And as they scale up, keeping those frameworks in place will help them remain resilient and responsive to change.
To wrap up, here are 3 big takeaways. First, digital engagement badges are powerful trust signals. Second, Mason Global's musical archive is a bold move for cultural documentation. Third, refining privacy and governance keeps their foundation strong.
If you're inspired by their approach, try applying structured governance and engagement tracking in your own organization. Start with a simple digital badge system to boost community trust.
Thanks for joining us on today's deep dive into Mason Global Enterprises. We'll be back soon with more insights into organizational innovation and culture.
And don't forget, taking one small step toward transparency can spark bigger changes. See you next time.